Won't have to worry with you around.
When you think of internet horror, what are the first 3 things that pop into your mind? Like immediately, the first 3. Genuinely, comment, I'm curious. For a lot of you, it'll probably be stuff like, I don't know, Slender Man, the Mandela Catalog, fucking, Poppy Playtime? However, you are clearly missing out if your mind doesn't immediately jump to The Moon Wakes Up Cosmic Horror / Astrophobia animation. Okay, so this is posted by Mr. Friend, who makes those kind of like horror TikTok videos where it's always animated in Unreal Engine 5 and it'll be some big thing in like a little city and it's stomping around and doing shit, or there's like a big thing in the ocean. There's a lot of channels who do very, very, very similar things to this. And The Moon Wakes Up, very similar idea, okay? So there's the moon, it smashes into the earth like this. It smashes into the earth like this, like this, like that, like this. And that's it. That's the whole video. Now, normally, that would be a totally regular thing. You're scrolling on the Instagram reel, you see that, and you go, oh, that's cool, and then you keep scrolling. You don't even think, you don't think twice about it. But what makes The Moon Wakes Up special is that he kept going with it. He made not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6 sequels, but 11 episodes of this series based on this one concept. And the thing is, okay, this isn't slop, alright? People call it slop, but it isn't. There's an overarching story. This is all linear. This is a linear story with genuinely centuries-long time skips. That's real, by the way. That's real. Want to know when episode 1 takes place? In like 1967. And then every single episode after like, I don't know, episode 2 takes place hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years in the future. Okay, so the story of this is pretty basic. So, as episode 1 clearly establishes, the moon wakes up, and then it smashes into the earth. But that's not all. So, why exactly did the moon wake up? Well, this thing, dubbed Patricia in the story, was going to several different planets and galaxies around 10,000 BC and was destroying every planet's moon, or moons, and replacing them with these little smiling characters that she can evidently give birth to. Then, thousands and thousands of years in the future, the moons wake up, they smash into the planet, and then slowly infect them, leading to cases like this, where full planets will become these giant little emoji guys. And then the Three Stooges over here end up terrorizing Earth for like, I don't know, a couple thousand years. And the thing is, the planets aren't like the moons, okay? The moons, they just want to smash into the planets, alright? They just want to smash. But the planets are genuine sadists. Like, look at them.
Continue to hover some 9 million kilometers from Earth, just shy of the Lagrange-influenced disturbance zone, effectively locking us in an equilibrial gravitational three-way.
They get close enough to fuck up Earth's water levels, and then instead of just destroying the planet, they sit there and watch. They just want to watch. And then, you know, like I said, they do this for a couple, I don't know, 100 trillion years. But then this like Doctor Strange portal opens up, and a giant, big, rocky alien hand just pulls them all away, and that's that. They're gone. Bye-bye! By the way, I felt the need to mention that this alien hand has shown up in several other of Mr. Friend's animations, and even though it's not revealed officially in the Moon Wakes Up series, or sorry, the Moon Woke Up, its full body is in some earlier shorts, and it looks like this, so that's pretty cool. So of course, after all the planets are taken by a ginormous alien hand, everybody kind of panics, and Earth is like, well, we should probably prepare for that, you know, if it's gonna happen again. Which of course leads to them making super soldiers, powered by none other than
Moon juice!
Okay, so moon juice is radiating off of the moon, like the one that crashed into Earth. And it makes these weird mutant monsters, but people can also be combined with it, and then they become like these weird super soldiers. It also serves as a fuel source for like hyperspace travel and shit. It's like unobtainium. Oh, and I forgot to mention that before the moon crashed into Earth, there were like little children on the planet who looked like this, and that's a recurring theme, by the way. So I guess there's just something that happens where people can get these weird little moon faces when the moon's about to crash in. So I don't know what that's entirely about, but it felt like it needed mentioning. So then from this point on, the series becomes like a space travel swashbuckling action comedy starring like a first-person hardcore Henry-esque silent protagonist and this guy who sounds really funny.
Come on, let's get off this planet.
And then the ship's AI, which is really sassy all the time for no reason. And like, these characters are undoubtedly the protagonists of the story, okay? They are the first ones to encounter Patricia in proper. And also, they give her the name, Patricia.
A Class 0 celestial entity. Origin unknown.
Looks like my great Aunt Patricia.
Yes, it does.
Upon seeing them, she tries to flee by going into this big ol' portal, so they pursue her, right? And it leads to, I don't know why, but it leads to one of my favorite lines in the series.
My god! It's a moon swarm!
A moon swarm! I don't know why, but that's lived rent-free in my head ever since this episode came out. I've been non-stop, I'll just be hanging out doing nothing. I'll be hanging out outside, listening to the birds and experiencing the joys of nature. And then just in the back of my brain, I hear, a moon swarm! I don't know why it tickles me so much. It's a combination of things. It's the phrase, a moon swarm, which sounds absolutely ridiculous. And then it's the visual of these little smiling orbs just flying towards the camera like little bees. So I don't know, one of these days I'm gonna be shoveling dirt around my fucking crack den trailer, and I'm gonna hit a beehive, and I'm gonna see a fucking moon swarm coming at me, alright? It's just, listen, these things, they live in my mind, okay? They live in my mind. And then you're probably thinking, okay, they chase a giant alien squid butthole through the sky and get attacked by a moon swarm. It can't get crazier than that. Oh, but it totally can. For one, I want to shout out this scene where they're chased by fucking Neptune. And that dubstep drop with the giant blue emoji flying at them, it's something about that, it just tickles me right in the sternum. So then they wind up on this alien planet with like these strange, fucking weird, scary looking alien things. I should also mention that every single time a human being talks, their mouth moves like this, and it makes them look really, really angry whenever they say anything, and it's very funny. Also, I'm pretty sure a wide majority of the voice acting is just done by one guy, probably Mr. Friend himself, because this guy and this alien chief character sound like literally exactly the same, except maybe with like a voice modulator. And then get this, so our guy, like the main character, the Hardcore Henry first-person protagonist, so they go to this alien planet because they need more moon juice, right? Because they chased Patricia through this big long thing and they used up a lot of their energy, so the ship needs more moon juice. Thankfully, there's moon juice on this planet, so they go there and they're like, yeah, we're gonna fill up, we're gonna get some more moon juice here, and we're gonna get all nice and plump. Our big full bellies full of moon juice, okay? And then they touch down. They encounter an alien civilization not too far from our own. And just like within, I don't know, an hour of being there, our main protagonist boinks one of the alien women and then immediately gets in trouble. And our little co-pilot here chastises him the entire time. I cannot think of any other like viral internet horror series that involves the main character fucking an alien and then being called a horn dog for the rest of the series. So then the aliens reveal that they have a tiny sentient moon that millions, hundreds and millions of years ago, likely, was shot by this alien ship and became like altruistic somehow. Well, I guess not altruistic. It didn't kill them is what I'm getting. It didn't smash into the fucking earth. It became a god that they worship. And apparently they feed people to it as an offering. So of course a battle ensues between the ship and this moon thing. It ends up crashing into the aliens and eating all of them except for the girl one that they save. Except she only has 6 months to live apparently, so, you know, uh-oh. And then the moon gets eaten by a fucking giant dune sandworm, just out of nowhere, just gets eaten by a sandworm. Okay, for one, that is a huge sandworm. At the end of this episode, which by the way is the latest one as of me recording this, the alien's planet wakes up, revealing that the moons, this entire time, sort of corrupt planets from the inside. That's why they crash into them. Meaning that Earth, which has had a moon that we've been harvesting on it, you know, for, I don't know, a couple million years now, could likely wake up anytime. However, before the planet can eat the protagonists, that same alien ship from earlier comes in, shoots a red laser in it, and seemingly destroys it from the inside. But again, we saw them do this with a moon earlier, and that moon became oddly sentient, I guess? Like, it lost its will to smash into the planet and just became content with being worshipped. Considering the planet woke up immediately after this moon seemingly died, I'm curious if the laser beam changed its internal properties, and it being on the planet was sort of like a guardian or a failsafe, so the planet would never wake up. And with it gone, the corruption from the other two moons immediately got to it. But you're probably wondering, what exactly does make this series peak fiction? Well, I've been holding out on you a little bit. There is one story arc in this series I haven't told you about, because for me, it's what makes the series. So, I mentioned it very briefly. After the initial moon impact, a company called Friend Industries quickly took over for the recovery of the human race. And they're depicted by the narrative as being a very, very, very cynical, greedy kind of company.
See? Nothing to worry about.
But at the same time, they have been fairly effective at protecting the Earth, and it seems to be their primary motivation. During this story arc, we cover some mercenaries created by Friend Industries to go hunt down Dr. Chen, who has been missing. As you can see by their cyborg-like appearance, this one having a wheel for a lower body, this one having like sword arms, and our first-person main protagonist here having a bionic laser cannon arm. These characters are all ultimately products of moon juice, having been created by the substance and melded together, hence why they have these like cybernetic parts and stuff. Moon juice is like a weird adhesive kind of, it's very strange. In order to find Dr. Chen, they are ordered to go into the moon's landing zone, where they fight tons of these horrible monstrosities. And the whole sequence plays out as a pretty standard action movie scene, with lots of quippy one-liners and characters saving each other at the last moment and stuff like that. It all plays out very standard, with the wheel-bodied guy sacrificing himself to help the rest of the characters get to Dr. Chen's base. However, when they get there, Dr. Chen reveals that, in fact, Friend Industries have sinister intentions. Moon juice isn't what they say it is, and they're not using it for the things they say they're using it for. However, before he can fully finish and elaborate, this happens.
Dr. Chen terminated.
Yes, all of the mercenaries are dead. All of these characters, who were set up as fairly by-the-numbers action movie protagonists with infinite plot armor, are killed instantly and unceremoniously by a Friend Industries robot simply because they knew too much. Except, the main character, he didn't quite get out that easy.
At least his blood will be put to good use. And just in time.
As you'd imagine, there's more survivors being rescued from the Amber Zone and given safe refuge. The world turns its gratitude to Friend Industries, who are forever at the forefront of making our world and beyond a better place for humanity, whatever the cost.
This is the scene that made the series for me. What a metal idea. The entire time, they were fusing people with moon juice, not so that they could give them advanced medical care or cybernetic limbs or anything like that. No, they wanted to literally harvest their blood to power a gigantic satellite laser that would shoot into Mars and artificially inseminate it. This is beyond peak. This fucking rules! Like, seriously, I cannot. You just listen to that music drop. That is sick. And plus, this adds so many layers to the series. It's no longer just about giant smiling planets. It's about human greed and a mega corporation literally siphoning the blood of its people. Oh my god damn it. I'm not even joking a little bit when I say this. This scene alone takes the series from like an 8.5 straight to a 10. It's really just the cherry on top of truly an immaculate series with legitimately some of the best camera work I've seen in anything analog horror adjacent. I mean, just look at some of these shots. It's gorgeous. So all in all, if you're going to take anything away from this video, it's that you right now need to open up the description, click on the link to Mr. Friend's channel, and go watch literally every single video in this series immediately, because there is so much I haven't told you. The Moon Woke Up isn't just a diamond in the rough, it's a gem through and through, polished by hand. God damn, is it fun to watch. Like, genuinely, I honest to God don't have any critiques here. I think Mr. Friend should just keep doing what he's doing. And honestly, if anyone takes anything away from this, I want more of these, like, Unreal Engine 5 kind of just, like, horror monster channels to do more stuff like this. Make a weird dedicated series. Just pick one of your concepts and then roll with it for as long as you can and see what happens. Like another channel, I think it's is it Afraid of the Dark or like Turn Off the Lights or some shit, I forgot what they're called. But they've been doing something similar with their own series involving this like AI robot thing. It's a really cool series. I'd like to do a video about it sometime, but like Anthony Gadigado already did a video on it like a week ago as of recording this. So I think I'm gonna wait until that series gets another episode or two before I cover it. But it's also very good. I recommend watching that as well. I have zero critiques for that series. It's also excellent. Oh, and by the way, shout out to this dude who commented on my community post and requested that I cover this topic. In reality, this is something I planned on covering eventually. As you can see, I actually made this little whip thumbnail like, I don't know, 6 months ago before I really started making videos on this channel. Or heavily making videos on the channel anyway. I made this thumbnail, you know, like right now, and it's way better, so. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have covered this for like another, I don't know, a million months if this guy did not request it. So thank you for that, and I guess that goes to show that if any of you guys have a suggestion for topics that I could cover in the future, just let me know, okay? Just let me know, and I will definitely add those to the priority list. Also, to give a little update, at the tail end here, thanks to your guys' insane support on the last 2 videos, the channel is officially monetized now. So, yeah, wow! Needless to say, you know, the videos are gonna keep on coming very frequently, cause the idea of making money off of my art is something that has always been so amazing to me, but it's never anything I've never been able to make anything like that work, you know? So again, thanks a ton for all the support on everything. If you have any suggestions at all for future topics, just let me know. I promise I read all the comments, or at least I try to make time to. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Billions dead.